If we handed you a random product and social media network, could you find a market for the product and sell a bunch of them? Or what if you saw a brand new opportunity on social media? Would you know how to capitalize, or are you going to wait until somebody spoon feeds you the answer? Welcome to the Digital Marketing Misfits Show, where we, a group of experienced marketers, take on ridiculous and often hilarious marketing challenges to put our skills to the test. We also discuss current marketing events, trends we see on social media, and more. Digital Marketing Misfits is like your favorite morning radio show, except we've applied that entertaining style to the often boring subject of digital marketing. So tune in for some pure marketing mayhem as we make marketing fun again on the Digital Marketing Misfits Show. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Digital Marketing Misfits Show, episode 23, I think it is, but I don't know who's counting. I'm certainly not. I think we're on 23. But there, as the title implies, holy crap, there's a lot tonight. I know that in our group chat, there had to be what, guys, 20, 25 different topics that we dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
My FYP was on point, and there was just so many newsworthy topics. I was like, we got to talk about this. I've kind of whittled it down to 6. I'm not going to tell everyone what they are. I'm going to make sure you watch Stay to the end. But how's everyone been doing? We're also going to we're going to reveal our Amazon results for our automotive products. We kind of ended on a note last time, and we forgot to do the mid challenge update. But tonight you're going to see the results. I'm pretty sure I didn't win.
So are we re-spinning for another challenge after we review our?
Yeah, we are. I'm going to have to load that up at some point in the show. Just remind me, because
Are we singing "Happy Birthday" to you, Dom? Oh,
you had to say it.
I thought you were pulling the solo.
We can if we want. Pull what solo?
I thought Mark was pulling the solo on the Happy Birthday song. I thought.
Oh yeah, look at we got the liquid jazz.
He was
warming up the pipes.
Setting up the pipes for it.
Yes, today is my birthday. It's my 35th birthday today. So that is it's quite the milestone. But,
yeah,
35.
Racing towards 40.
I know. I'm like, ugh. Whatever. Is this when quarter life crisis start? Is that the is that the term now?
Well, I think they actually classify you as midlife. So like whatever starts happening now, this is like full on midlife crisis.
Oh God.
You've already got the Italian sports car. You're halfway there.
That's true. Whatever. It's fine. Now I just gotta gosh. Now I just gotta get the hair plugs, right? Is that the next thing that shows up?
That's it.
Yeah.
Get like a little ponytail in the back, just like
comb it all the way over. So I don't have to go over. I'll have to go forward. That's actually why it's funny. We'll talk about that as a podcast. We'll lead into this an impromptu podcast topic. If you're 30s to 40-year-old men, you'll notice that all 30 to 40-year-old guys on TikTok and social media all wear a hat because most of us don't have hair. And I tested this way back in 2020. If you guys follow Jeff Corrette, he's been on and off. He's been a TikTok kind of guru. He tested it. He got double the views when he wore a hat. I saw the same thing. I don't know why. Somehow the bald head kills views. So yeah, Jason's got a luscious view there.
I got double the views when I used a hammock. So I don't know what that story is.
I mean, you live the 4-hour work week. Like, it's the best thing ever. I sent you something. I'm like, all right, Scotty, I don't know if I can get to this today. And he just responds to me with a picture in the hammock going, me neither.
True story. Yeah. I did notice too, like all you people, you work a lot on Fridays. Like the chats are exploding, all of them. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, it's Friday. I guess people are still working. I try to avoid that. I don't know what or Saturday or Sunday or Monday. Try to fit it right into midweek, like Wednesday.
Dude, I'm trying to do that. You notice all my like live stuff is all Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm trying to get off of the weeks. But the problem is I think I'm a bottleneck at too many points in what I do. So I went out and hired a bunch of VAs this week. Hopefully remove some of these bottlenecks.
Good.
So, yeah. I went from
no Monday, no Friday is definitely the way to go. I've been living that. And it's so nice to just be like, you know what? I ain't got shit to do today. I can fuck off. I can work on shit, whatever I want to do.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But again, that's the thing I love about working, obviously, for yourself. You make your own make your own schedule. And
Regan and Jamar are like. Regan's like
Regan likes what she does, though. That's the thing.
Regan's like, go to the airport like O.J. Simpson, and Jamar's like, yeah, what is that?
Jamar's muted. I see lips flapping, but nothing's happening. He's always got some sort of issue.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get to a point. I can't retire for 2 more years, so like I'm trying to automate and delegate like yourself, Dom. Only I'm not trying to do it so fast. Like I got 2 years before I retire, but when I'm retired, I want to make sure that everything is completely automated.
You're going to go from 100 to 0 in a day.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
I think that's kind of my plan right now because I'm not miserable. Like I really enjoy what I do. I can still like, I'm not complaining, but once I get to the point when I feel like I'm burnout, like I've built up enough to do enough with at this point. Like that's what it's all about. Like for me, I'm not tied to the retirement. I'm tied to the mission I'm on. Like, right. Yeah. So like, there's a whole different mindset behind mine, but I also have the beauty of being able to be like, okay, bye. At the end of the day, like I do recognize that as a privilege, and you're fortunate for getting the results of the work you put in, and that's just
the government owns my ass. Like my ass is owned. Like I basically, if I wanted to, like I literally cannot quit my job right now.
Right.
They'll actually send me to prison. They'll send me to like military prison if I stop showing up to work. Like,
and it's really hard to get fired too. It's really hard to get fired.
Yeah, which is why my work production has gone to like 10%, because I know I'm at end of days here. I got less than 24 months now. It's basically like I can't be fired. So like
short timer.
Yeah.
Speaking of the U.S. federal government, it's time to talk about our biannual TikTok ban. That's surfaced again in the news.
It easily comes up 2 or 3 times per year.
Every 6 months. There's a whole wave of hysteria. What are we gonna do when TikTok goes away? First off, I'm in the camp. I don't think it's ever gonna go away. But if it does, I saw an interesting TikTok about what would happen if it got banned. And I'm curious to hear the group thoughts. I think it's like a 3-minute video, so I'm not going to share the whole 3-minute video, but basically the one guy, anyone follow Chief Geek 3D, the tech creator, beard and glasses?
I've seen some of his stuff, but I don't follow.
I'll bring his face on screen, so you got to know who he is, but if I can share screen, hold up guys. This guy. You've probably seen him before. He's 3D printing crypto.
Yeah.
Anybody in our corner's probably seen him or not. But basically, he was saying that the average user on TikTok, and the tech talk is saying, oh, we could use a VPN, we could sideload the app, we could still get in, we can get around any kind of a ban. And he's like, yeah, we can. But the average person is just like, TikTok gone? That sucks. What else do we go to next? Like they're not going to go jump through the hoops to stay on, even though it gets banned.
Right.
So like, I know there's a lot of people who are probably scared about losing their whole business, but like, I think it's going to create a fracturing of attention.
I think there are law firms throughout the country with briefs already ready to be filed. And no matter what happens, they're still going to file. Then there'll be injunctions. Nothing will happen because you can't just shut down any kind of business in America just because you feel like it. And then that would, Congress can't just say, oh, national security threat. Yeah, good. Prove it. So I don't think it's going anywhere. There'll be an injunction, if anything. And then it'll probably either get to the Supreme Court or they'll work something out behind closed doors and it'll be fine. That's it. It's not going anywhere.
I don't think it is. And again, if it does, it's not like all the people who were spending 90 minutes a day. Cause I think Jamar, you shared a video. Somebody was like, oh, they're spending 90 minutes a day on TikTok. Yeah. This is bad. Like people aren't going to go to 0 on every app. That 90 minutes is going to go somewhere else. There's just the same amount of eyeballs and attention. Does it go to Reels though? Cause Reels, I don't know.
I think so.
I think that it's probably going to go to the most easily adapted to TikTok style content, right? So like which interface is going to be the most friendly to that, right?
Yeah.
I can see that.
I
Like,
personally
most
think
user
about
friendly.
it as like, great, I'm going to go to Facebook if that happens. Just 'cause it's the
Facebook
still-
is easy.
They still haven't been able to match the algorithm of TikTok though. Like the
No.
way that their algorithm works, it literally, like, they're trying to duplicate it, but they can't.
No, they can't. I think that's part of what's driving the ban though too.
I think there's something to be said about YouTube Shorts as well. Like that's a good comment. It's a good call out. I think something is to be said about YouTube Shorts. I found myself the other day when I was posting some Amazon content on Shorts, just on there for another 3, 4, 5 extra minutes. And I was like, it got me, right? Like, because that's just the way I look at things. Of like when I'm drawn in, I was like, that was good content. And I found myself in a rabbit hole of like, now I want to know what that is. Great. I'm going to buy that. Perfect. Bye. Like,
Yeah, it's a good
they
thing.
got me in
It's a
that
good
5
thing I
minutes. It
can't.
was great target. So like there's something to be said about that. So which social media platform that exists today that has the power to reach that audience, to give the incentive to creators to come there? That's when you have to think about it, because at the end of the day, the audience is going to go somewhere, but what about the creators that built the following, not elsewhere? Where are they going to go? It's the most user-friendly style in that, right? And I think there's something to be said about everybody that uses CapCut. But I I heard a video the other day that said something that if you film in CapCut, Reels will push your content down based on something
Where all
within
my shit
CapCut.
sucks.
YouTube doesn't care,
Okay. Well,
right?
I'm
Like, I
hoping-
mean,
yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've posted too many. Fucking clapper. Who posted that? Scotty.
I mean,
Dude,
to be
I had-
honest with you, it is
I
pretty
had
much
the
exactly
biggest-
like TikTok. You know,
What's that?
it is pretty much exactly like TikTok. You know,
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you have
almost.
everybody,
I had
hungry for the clap. you
It's TikTok
I
off
know.
Wish.
my numbers went skyrocketing on Clapper, but nothing happened like TikTok though. Nothing. It
I
was
found that
almost-
everybody that was on Clapper was angry.
Dude, well, did Clapper figured that out, and they had the clap back button. There was literally a button where you could clap back and then clap back again. I was down a Clapper rabbit hole. This was probably 2 years ago, and
Mhm.
you can look at the clap back chain. Like they want people to go back and forth and argue. I went one chain that was like 5 or 6 clapbacks deep, and I'm like, oh, this is better to like. I'm like, oh shit, I'm spending a lot of time on here. This is a cool feature. Like, imagine if TikTok had that.
No
I mean, you
way.
kind of can. You can go comment for comment back and forth and create that rabbit hole. But like, it was interesting. But I really hope it's not Reels, because one of the other topics that I had here, I'm going to kind of tie this one into two. Facebook Reels stopped paying creators. The Reels bonus
Right.
is gone as of,
Yep.
I think, next month.
Yep.
So
Wow.
I'm over that. I mean, not that I was making that much anyway, but it's there were people who were making thousands a month or 500, just gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
But YouTube still pays.
Yeah. Good. It's a
So-
good lead generator though. Still good for that.
It is. And I think for what
Yeah.
we do, lead gen is way more important than what they pay creators. But I
Yep.
think
Oh,
we're
yeah.
a small slice of the creator pie.
Right.
Most people just want to get paid for views or get paid for ads on YouTube. And like, that's how all they think that it works.
Yep.
Or there's people who have meme videos. Although I must say, if that payment goes away, will you see the pages like Overtime and Barstool and all those like meme pages that just steal? I'm going to say steal because they don't pay the people. Steal the viral videos that people repost them for the view money. Are you not going to see them on Reels on Facebook?
I hope so.
Because there's no monetization there.
Right.
Yeah. So there's no point. You're right.
No. There's no point because they're not lead genning. Although I must say they might just be doing it for exposure to get somebody onto, say, a podcast platform or over on their YouTube channel where they do get paid.
Yeah.
I have seen a couple like bigger creators that, now that I'm thinking about it, actually posting long form content, like some longer form content, So I think there is something to be said about shorts, and that would be where it would go if I had to guess. But I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah. Although I'm gonna talk about YouTube and shorts. New feature just dropped the past 2 weeks. I don't think I've had anyone. No one's made a big video about it, but it was noticed by a couple people. Anyone seen the remix button over on YouTube on Shorts?
Oh, no.
Go onto the YouTube app. Go to any video, short or long. Go to the remix, and underneath where it'll say remix the video, where you can either take the sound like a TikTok. You can cut it into a short. Like if it's your own video, you can just cut up to a 60-second section and just post it as a short from your own video, or you can stitch. It's like remix. So it's basically a TikTok stitch, but you can take your own long form video, stitch it, and then say, go watch the whole video for context.
Green screen too.
Yeah. Green screen's on there too. So remember how we would like create a YouTube video, then make a TikTok to seed it and say, hey, go watch the full thing on YouTube. You can do that all within YouTube now.
You can do that all within YouTube because they can watch it, and you could make that onto a TikTok, but they're seeing what's going on. Oh, that's fascinating.
Dude, and
I like that.
I haven't been blocked by most of the high ticket people on YouTube, so there might be some stitches for me. I don't know. It might be troll 3.0 for me. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Like
My
a phoenix rising
like,
from the ashes.
Yeah. He's like, how are you going to use this? I'm like, I'm going to be a thorn in a lot of people's sides.
That's his first thought. He's like, I know how I can use this immediately.
100%. It's where I thrive. It's where I thrive, and whatever. I thought they're hearing what bash marketers comes to mind. Is that what some people like to call me? But I'm right about. I was right, because that certain 3-letter program is no more.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go into here. So we're still on content creation. I'm going to say this to everybody else, because everyone needs to create content. If not for you, for the next generation. So I disagree with the guy, Patrick Beck-David, but this is a really, really good video. I don't think I'm sharing sound. Hold on. Present, share screen. Here's the audio. Hold on, guys. I think that's that one. Dead air time is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
The sounds of the strokes of the keyboard.
You produce content so they can study you when you're no longer here with us. If all of a sudden Elon Musk invents this new technology to go back to the future and have a drone follow your grandparents for 100 hours of footage, what's that worth to you? Somebody said priceless. By the way, how many of you guys get emotional just thinking about it? See, that gets me emotional because I've never met that man. I'd love to sit there as a 43-year-old man who's got 4 kids right now. But when I watch him, I'll be a 5-year-old grandson watching my grandpa I never met before, getting emotional over 100 hours to say, that's where I get that from. Oh my God, that's me. That's where that comes from. That's sick. One day, your grandkids are going to hope there's content of you. So for some of you that are sitting there saying, why am I waiting to create content? The argument is over. Create.
Wow.
So,
That was deep.
Dude, like, I'm like, all right. Well, like, because again, like your grandkids, like, how many times you see an old photo of like an old relative? You're like, I wonder what they were like. I wonder what their voice sound like. I never met them, but now, like, there could be I know I have probably 75 hours of footage recorded of me.
Is he saying that TikTok's going to be around 30 or 40 years from now?
No, I think because I mean, I know I back up all of my content to my own hard drives.
Yeah.
So if it's not necessarily on the platform, it's just there somehow.
Yeah, I've got hundreds of hours of videos on hard drives.
Instead of having that old photo album, that somebody would pull out from under the coffee table or something, you're going to have this is that way of your kids. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 terabytes you can keep on this little, almost like a credit card.
Do you have a link?
That's a lot. I do.
What?
Link me. What are you waiting for?
Come on. What are we in this for? Jesus, have you met me?
I mean, it's such a valid point that dude makes, though, because I mean, we've been creating content, whether it's cave drawings back in the day or photographs, like Scotty was just saying, pulling out from underneath grandma's coffee table. You know what I mean? So it's just the progression that we've been doing, anyways. Now we just have like everyone that's not privileged. It's like, you know, when I was growing up, we didn't have like fancy cameras and stuff like that because we didn't have that kind of income. Well, now like it's an everyday accessory for everybody from ages like 6 to, you know, 96. So being able to create that content, do that documenting, you know, it's never been more accessible. And you're 100% right. It'd be super cool to, you know, watch those hundreds of hours of relatives you never got to meet, or people who you don't get to see on the frequent, you know, rather than just a still picture on the Facebook feed. Now you can watch video and like what they're doing, what they're up to, what they're working on, so on and so forth. It's a super badass time. And I absolutely 100% agree with everything that man said. Create content, motherfuckers.
I saw a guy on YouTube who obviously he's like a travel vlogger, but he like literally straps a GoPro to his head and films everything he does. He says he's got like, you know, 100 terabytes worth of video film because he films everything and everywhere he goes and every interaction he meets with people. And it's fascinating when he stitches all of the interactions with people together. It's like, man, that's so crazy that this guy's done this and he's done this and he's done this and he's been in this country and that country and he, you know, he's helping, you know, kids in Africa, and then the next thing you know, he's like skiing in the Alps, and like it's like, but he's got it all documented. Like he's captured all of it, all of the content, and it's just really impressive what he's been able to do in literally just like 3 or 4 years. He's been able to get thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of content.
Well, Alex kind of talks about this to some extent. And what you just said,
Alex, context needed.
Alex Hormozy. When he's talking about,
I didn't realize you guys were on a first name basis.
No. You know, Alex. hey.
To be fair, that is who all of our content is about.
So he talks about why he documents the way he does, because he would have liked to have known how Iacocca did it, how Murdoch did it, how those guys did it, and he didn't have it. They had to cobble together that. And then my side note was, could you imagine Hunter S. Thompson, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, with a camcorder instead of the recorder? Right. He had a recorder taped to his chest, recording everything he did. But if that was a camcorder, yes, that would have been shit.
Well, I mean, that's also why I think, again, I do preach a lot to especially people who are getting into this to make money, right? Because I think that's a lot of our audiences here. People don't do this. They're not doing this to document for future generations. They're doing this because they want to make money. And a lot of people, for the time, they just want to document the wins and look how much I make. And here's my screenshot and blah, 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 blah. And I'm always just like, document your fucking failures. Be like, hey, look, I'm some dude in his basement who's just starting here. Like, I've made one video before, and people can go back and look at that. Like, Johnny just here, but again, even like your grandkids being like, well, hey, grandpa built this big business. How did he do it?
Right.
Where did he start?
Digital marketing.
Never mind. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Never mind. I was about to say something.
Dad, I was going to
say he spent $7, and 2 weeks later he was making 10K months. So I mean, there's the story, you know.
But
and did you know that CVS will pay you $3,000 to work from home? You know, so.
Okay, but you guys are.
I don't mean to sound bitter, but I had to.
All right, what did you say?
How do you tell the new person? You know, you tell them, document your journey. But for people who aren't recording their lives, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean exactly? Right? Because it's not like you're failing at something and you grab your iPhone and you record yourself. So what do you guys
record? What you're good at. Record your hobbies. Record something that somebody asks you every day. What do you get in your car and slam the door about and want to rant and rave about? Record that relatable shit. Like, that's what people want to see. They want to listen to that person on the other side of that camera and then come back the next day and say, all right, it's a new day. Here's how I got through it, right? Tell that story, whatever it is, whether it be you learning a new hobby. So you want to learn how to hike. You want to learn how to speak Spanish. You want to learn whatever it may be, right? Like at the end of the day, that's what it's about. What does somebody else want to see? Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to make content about? What the fuck are you going to show up for?
Yeah. Like I remember my first couple posts were like, again, I started like right again, pandemic, where everybody was like online. So I was like, guys, I want to start an online business. We're getting stimulus checks. Let me just see if I can turn it into one. And then I went through $7 course, bought the $2,500 upsell. And then I was just documenting what I learned. I said, hey, I took this course. I learned this thing. I'm going to go try it. I showed people setting up my Facebook page, setting up my funnel, showed people that I got my Facebook page banned in 24 hours. I was like, oh, well, that sucks. Let me get it unbanned. I documented getting it unbanned, ran some ads, and I showed them my the ClickBank sale after like 4 or 5 different tries. Like, oh, cool. This freaking works. Let's see if we can do it again. And I did it again. And then it was like other stuff happened. And then I just kind of just brought people along on the journey. And now it's all documented. It's all there. So it wasn't really like, I'm going to show you how I'm going to build $100 million empire. It's just like, what the hell I'm trying to do. Let's see if I fail. And just every day I was just almost like vlogging 35 seconds at a time.
Interesting.
It's all still up on TikTok. If your thumbs are up to it, scroll back like 2,000 posts. It's all still there.
It's worth it. It's so worth it. Anybody who hasn't seen it, take that journey. I'm telling you right now. I stumbled across one and it was gold. I absolutely loved it.
One of the ones where it was all fuzzy and I was like, you could barely hear me.
Dom's like,
dude, there was one where I was standing in front. I was like, I forget. I was in like the house I started in was built in 1920, and it had like that fieldstone basement with like bad sheetrock on it. I was renting, and I was like in front of that wall. I had like grease on my shorts because I was at the shop, and I was like doing the old like points. There were literally comments there that were like, "Sir, please delete TikTok." Like, do us all a favor and leave the app. And I was like, fuck you. It was the first one that went over 100,000. I just still remember that. And it might've been the one that Thad saw where I was like,
it might've been.
Yeah.
But that's the goal. That's like all that documenting that you're just saying and all that growth. Like, looking back, I had that bigger account and I threw it away. I wish I had all that to see all that growth, to like really see how terrible it really was and how far I've come with it. And the different things I'm talking about, different things I'm experiencing, that I feel like there's a lot of both gold for you and other people when you have that big catalog and you can see that big journey. Like I remember hearing stories of Jamar's first YouTube video where he's like basically sitting in a closet in the dark and all you can do is basically hear him talking, and now it's like night and day, you would have never imagined. And everyone sees the things that you've become and don't really see that journey. And that journey is what is really, really super special.
Yeah. The journey. Now, Thad, did you delete the account or did you just log out?
Yeah,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
All right. Pro tip for everyone
here. Don't hit delete.
Don't ever hit delete.
You didn't do
back it up. Put it to the cloud. You may not trust the freaking cloud, but Karen, put it in the cloud.
And here's how you do it. Go to repurpose.io. Spend the $20. And now what you do is set up an automation from wherever you are. Because I did it. So it was TikTok to Google Drive. It pulled up at the time 1,700 posts. I hit sync all and it ripped all of them in the overnight. And I have all of my TikToks in Google Drive. I don't have to think about it. It's always backed up.
Oh, shit. See, like I paid for that, but like, why the fuck didn't I do that part?
You can still do it.
You can still do
it.
Hey,
if nobody thought, no, I'm about to go do it. And like, well, I have too many tabs open right now. I need to finish this mug order. So anybody wants to see our mug shots?
Mugs come first.
Yeah, mugs come first. And then I'll go do that. But there's things here that I want to make a comment about. If you don't think this show is gold, that right there, that's going to save me so much time and effort.
Yeah, it's one button and then wake up the next morning, you're done.
That's the only reason I bought Repurpose, because half the other stuff I couldn't figure out. But once they said that, I'm like, okay, yeah. And that's the only reason. I mean, I use it, but that's why I got it.
Yeah, if you're listening to this over,
commissions.
What?
It's gold for Amazon commissions too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this in audio land, it was brought to you by Repurpose. This goes from StreamYard to YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, and then from Facebook to Libsyn, which then goes to Spotify, Apple, and all the other places. I don't spend any time redistributing the show. When we log off, we're done. Everything else is automated. It's awesome.
Automation.
Although I will say, you will start seeing some 5 to 10 minute segments. And you might seeing us on shorts. We did bring on a podcast editor this past week or 2 weeks. So you're about to start seeing a whole lot more of us.
Sweet.
Let us know how that goes. Like and follow, share, do all the things.
We need to give our
Leave
editor some
comments
guidelines about what to clip from me and what not to clip from me.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything will be up for approval. It's not just going out on, yeah. Although who knows? It might be one of the moments that goes viral. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just we're going to have to definitely have some beeps in for sure.
Yes. I think I told her not to be. I'll talk to our editor and be like, here's some guidelines of things not to post. I think I gave him, I don't know. I was flying on caffeine and I wrote like 1,400 Slack messages. I don't know. We'll see. But speaking of how it looks, here's another one. Anyone follow Nicholas Crown? Okay. So this guy, I'm going to add this back up to the stream here for a second. So basically this guy, you've probably seen him. He used to be a Wall Street trader. And I guess he burned out over at Wall Street. Now he's an social media creator, entrepreneur, and he created a software company called fastoutreach.ai, which basically will stalk anybody. Like if you want to sales prospect somebody, he'll stalk their social media and then create an AI generated letter so that they can, you make a better first introduction. He talks about this story is going to be his first job when he got it on Wall Street. And it's kind of special to me because I had a similar interview experience, although it wasn't like his.
Hey, for my first big job on Wall Street, I walked in dressed like a clown. I had little horses jumping over my ties, and much to my surprise, my interviewer's shirt was tearing at the seams. The sleeves were about to rip off. This guy didn't give a about what he was wearing. I knew I made a critical error at this point. Now, the interview was so heated, we started to lift out of our seats as we were screaming back and forth across the table at each other. The best part is the room was a glass box, so everyone waiting to come in and get interviewed could see us yelling at each other. Finally, we get to the last question. He says, "Okay, kid, what's the risk of a call option?" I said, "What you paid for it, sir?" He says, "Get the out of the room." At that moment, I kissed my Wall Street career goodbye. I walked out of the room to a chorus of everyone laughing at me. I hung my head back to my dorm where my Nokia phone rang, and it was HR. They said, "Are you Nick?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "Well, congratulations. We'd like to offer you a job." I was the only one that guy hired from all the 4.0 GPAs laughing at me through the glass. The difference is I was getting the questions right. Don't worry if it doesn't look so good. If you know your stuff, you're going to get the job.
Boom. Mic drop. Because I think this is how the Misfits formed, I'm going to say, right? We're not like the cool kids, the leaderboard affiliates, but we actually know what the fuck we're talking about. Let's be real. We're getting the questions right, although it might not look that way at most of the time.
We may not know what we're doing, but we know what we're talking about.
Exactly. I mean,
ultimately, that's how it was built, right? We all had our pieces, and that's the power of this message that joins this clan together, is that like we're all specially good at something, and putting us together just builds this really powerful machine.
Yeah. I mean, I know my personal brand skyrocketed when, I guess, I'm not going to say a bash, but I got my personal brand got a little confrontational in this space. And that was the thing, because I was going against the grain, not saying I was not the line of 4.0 GPA clones out the door. I was the one stating my piece getting heated. A lot of those 4.0 GPAs are not in the business anymore. And I feel like a lot of we've all been on here multiple years now. And I feel like I saw that and I was just like, that's the misfit.
I think that a lot of times the people who have to flaunt the shininess have no idea what they're doing. So it's like that kind of like that overcompensation. Like, they say with dudes with trucks that are just way too big, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's an overcompensation there, and I get it, because if you don't have the skills, the real easy method is to say, "Oh, look how much money I made," whether you made it or not. And then in the make money online space, you do have that kind of like area where, You know what? You can look the part, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than someone faking it until they make it, until they actually have to do something, and then they break down. They have no idea what to do.
And then word gets out that, hey, this guy doesn't actually know what he's doing.
Right.
And that's when the sales stop, and that's when you can't afford to keep it up. And that's why I think a lot of people disappear from the space. Outwardly, they look like they're making a ton of money when there might not necessarily be. But again, at some point, like, it's a business. People have bills, people have lives, people have to sustain going. And to do that, it takes money. You have to be making money to be able to sustain this type of business.
Yep.
Period. Especially if you're a full-timer or you're claiming to be a full-timer. So if someone drops off, it's because they probably weren't, I'm not gonna say they weren't that good, but they weren't doing as well as they thought they would, because they couldn't sustain it and either went back to a job or whatever.
Well, they also, those people who do fall off, it's because they didn't remain adaptable to changes in their business. Because I mean, you could lose, I mean, especially people who they literally, their whole business rests on algorithms on social platforms, right? They don't learn, even though they're making X amount of money, right? Supposedly $10,000 a month, but they're not spending any money on learning how to actually drive traffic without physically having to actually get in front of the camera and drive traffic. So they don't know how to run paid ads. And I'm not saying that everybody should learn paid ads. I'm just saying that if you want to sustain a business a lot longer and remove yourself from the process, eventually you're going to have to learn how to run some type of paid traffic, or else your entire business lives on TikTok, lives on Facebook, lives on these different platforms. And if your account gets shut down, yeah, you'll have your email list, but that's literally all you've got. Your income can literally go from $40,000 a month to zero in a heartbeat. So,
well, even then, they're kind of going in that vein, though, right? Of algorithms and social media, and even if you don't lose an account, if an algorithm shifts, right? Because I know there's been a big push for 5 to 7 second videos because algorithms are based on watch time. So what do? We just make the videos so short and we put all the text so people can't read it in 5 to 7 seconds. So we get that 100% watch time and we go viral. Well, that's the kind of tactical hack. But now all of a sudden they're prioritizing 60, 70, 80, 90 second videos. Well, now you got to get someone to watch for 40 seconds. How do you do that? Because you ain't going to write a book on a TikTok screen that someone's going to get through in 50, 60 seconds. You have to learn how to keep people's attention and tell a story. It's still about watch time, but you actually have to get people to watch the real way.
You mean the 5-second silent method isn't working today?
I don't know that it is. I can't confirm or deny it, but at the same time, I understand why that was created, but there is an underlying skill that needs to be learned. I'm not saying it doesn't work, because it works. People go viral. You can only cheat the system for so long, right? The algorithm's going to give it to you. You're winning until you're not winning anymore. So if you haven't built up that skill of like true content creation, of actually like copy and hooking people with a story and literally bringing people into your lives through really good curated content, that 5-second shit, it's only going to last you as long as it's going to last you. And then as soon as that's over, your business is done, because you don't know how to do it anything but put text on a screen and loop things for 5 seconds. Right. Yeah. So correct. So yeah, I mean, and that goes, yeah. And we were seeing that even now too, as far as even with our Amazon stuff, with the people that we bring through, we knew it was about engagement. Fine. We shortcutted engagement, quote unquote, shortcutted with the accounts. Now we realize that's not working. Okay, we got to drive engagement another way. And then there are people who did not learn that skill, who decided to buy an account, and then that's not going to work out. So it ultimately will get people. So having to learn that underlying skill of creation, telling a story, marketing, and not just focusing on the result. The results are going to come if you have the skill.
That skill set will serve you forever. If you can literally hit play on your phone and tell a story for 60 to 90 seconds and captivate people, that's incredible. That's an incredible skill that you can take that skill and you can make $1 million just telling stories on TikTok.
Yeah, 100%. And I know for somebody here who might be watching, who are listening, who has not, someone goes, I can't hear myself on camera. I can't get on camera. I'm camera shy. I got to work around that. Don't, like, you have to hit that head on, right? The world gets, like, it is hard. And I say this as somebody who was camera shy, like, for years. I wouldn't even let myself get filmed in family photos. Like, it was just like, no. I
had to film in a closet. Like, I didn't know what the hell to do. I had to film in the dark behind a laptop. You know, people are like, what's going on with this creepy guy?
Yeah. And hitting that head on is ripping the Band-Aid off and just doing it again and doing it again and doing it again and getting over that fear. Now life is like, now to someone on the outside, oh, it's easy now because he can get on camera. And yes, it is a lot easier to build a business and build a brand online if you can get in front of a camera that's recording than someone who's sitting there blogging for years and years and years, because you build the relationship so much faster when people can see you. They get to know you. Like, it's, but it's harder to get that skill and get over that. In the first, it's hard at first, but then it gets really, really easy. Versus, let me not learn the skill and get the really, really easy hack, and then it gets really hard later.
Yeah.
So, I didn't mean to turn that into a Sunday sermon. I'm sorry.
It's so true. It's such a hard thing to kind of get over. You know what I mean? That awkwardness of like talking to the image of yourself on a phone or whatever that looks like as your recording medium. It's such a weird thing to do, but you are so right. When you do it and you do those really ugly ass reps and you're just really fucking sloppy about it and just get through it, you know, whether it's pointing at fucking screen. I did that shit too. I was fucking all over the place.
We all did. Everyone does that. I'm not saying don't do that. That's how you get started.
Yeah. You know, but once you get through those ugly reps and get used to just showing, like just looking at yourself on camera as you talk to your phone, the rest of it's just, it becomes a breeze. That you could do content around anything because you've mastered that skill. You've overcome that awkwardness. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what the topic is.
Mm-hmm. Jason, I think you were a great example of this, because when you first started doing reviews, the very, very beginning, it was kind of the one take stuff was newer for you, where you were like, I don't know if I can do one takes. I might have to clip it all together. It's going to take you like 10 times as long to put a review together. But eventually you did one, and then you did 10, and then you did 100, and then you did 500. Now you could stick a dildo in front of you and you could talk about it for 60 seconds. Pretty sure he did. Like he could sell.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Clip that. Or not. Podcast clipper, clip that.
Yeah. Yeah. Make that go viral.
I mean, you could stick anything in front of Jason now and he could sell it in 60 to 90 seconds without even thinking.
And that's finished. Like when we talk about how many videos I've made in the last couple months just for that one platform, I've made over 700 videos. And talk about the outtakes. There's probably 3 to 4 outtakes per video. So the amount of content that was created, obviously when I was first beginning, and I tell everybody that's starting brand new, film the same thing 50 to 100 times until you get comfortable and unlock that superpower and kind of unlock that, like, I'm nervous. I don't know what to say. I keep screwing up. Just keep doing it over and over and over again until it becomes comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I don't think even today, I don't think I'm 100% comfortable. There's still always an uncomfortable factor for me because, like Dom, I've always liked being the guy behind the camera, never in front of the camera. So for me, there's always that like introvert. I just kind of want to crawl in and be in my own space. But I've ripped that Band-Aid off and I've made that repetitive content. And now it is something that I can do. It's just an unlocked superpower because I've done it so many damn times.
Yep. Nobody starts good. There is no natural talents.
If you look at my first video and then my 100th video and now the 700th video, each one is so dramatically different from one to the next.
Yeah. Again, that's the progression of how it works. And again, to make another, and I mean, the analogy of ripping the Band-Aid off is great too. But like when you learn, like I know if people learn to play golf, the first couple of times you don't even keep score. because you know you're going to suck. Play a couple rounds, don't keep score. Then you don't lose 4 dozen balls. You only lose 2 dozen balls. And then maybe after a couple hundred rounds, maybe you can make it through 18 on 1 dozen balls.
Yeah.
So it's the same concept. The first couple people like, it has to be perfect. It's going to suck. Just own that. Know it. For your first 30, you're going to suck.
And nobody's going to see it. So don't.
No one's going to see it anyway. Nobody's going to see it.
What will they
cares
think?
if they do?
No one will see it. Yeah, but no one will. We know that.
Yeah. All right. I want to talk about this now. And again, even if people do see, like, even if you do go super mega crazy viral on your first one, even though it's horrible, right? And everyone sees it. No one's going to remember it in 6 months anyway.
No.
Think about like the craziest TikTok drama that we have seen a year ago. Can anyone name a specific situation?
You got to be kind of full of yourself too. If you're so like thinking about, oh my God, they're going to know, or who's going to recognize. Come on, you're kind of full of yourself if you really think anybody's going to see me on the street and say, hey,
Yeah.
gotta get off your high horse a little bit and realize you ain't shit.
100%.
Yeah.
Same thing. All right, we're gonna go circle. I'm not so much circling. I'm gonna circle back to TikTok. The data. TikTok is taking my data. You ain't that fucking interesting. Your data is not worth taking. Let's be real.
They're gonna have to steal it from the NSA and the IRS. So don't you worry about it. There,
yeah, that too. So yeah, it's not.
Well, okay. The same person's going to make the comment. They're like, "Oh, what do you got to Adrian making $1 million? Oh, what are the taxes on that?" Don't worry about it, Slim. We'll keep it all to ourselves. Don't worry about paying taxes.
I'll deal with that problem myself. I got that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to pay taxes. Okay, you got to pay taxes at your 9 to 5.
Yeah. Attention.
All right. Well, I had a really good segue before, but it just flew away. So I'm just going to go in the next one. Coming up in 15 minutes. How did everybody do on their automotive stuff? So bringing everybody back to speed here. 4 weeks ago. It's been a month. We do these monthly. We all bought a random automotive item off of Amazon. We're all Amazon influencers. We posted there. We're all on site. We all bought something different. I want to see who won. Did everybody get their sales reports done? Because I got mine done 5 minutes before we came on. So
I got mine.
Okay. Jamar's shaking his head.
No, I didn't actually go and get an Excel report of all I did was just go back 30 days and I found the actual item. And then I went through to see if there were multiples in the last 30 days, variants of that item. There wasn't. I wish there was, because I probably could have combined all of them because my product would have ended up on different listings. But I only ended up on one listing, but I do have the total number sold, how much I bought it for, and how much I've made.
Okay. Who wants to go first? All right. Dad's got his hand up. What do we got?
All right, I'll go first. So it's going to be really, really easy.
All right, what did you buy?
0. 0 is my sale number.
How did you sell 0 in a month? All right. How long did it take you to get your video up?
About 3 weeks. In my defense, okay, it's a shitty ass defense. Right. There was a lot going on. I had a product launch. I went on vacation. There was a lot of stuff going on. It's no excuse. It takes 3 minutes to make a video. Like, it's really no excuse. I banged out 7 of them in the midst of doing this one, so it was really no big of a deal. But my total is 0. It's been up for probably about like 3 days. So,
what did you buy? Don't have to give away the exact brand.
It's a steamer for car detailing.
A steamer, okay. Oh, like a big one that's like $100 plus?
No, it's about $150. It's not a real big one. It's like a handheld one, but it's got like all the like fancy little brushes and attachments and shit right like that. I'm actually kind of excited to have it.
It's not the McCulloch, is it? No. That thing's fucking awesome.
No,
I got one. Okay. Yeah. The McCulloch steamer. I saw that on a detail channel. I got one. It lifts everything. Although I haven't made a product review on it yet. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right.
So I'm going to preface this with saying that I got the thing early and I slacked to get it up. So I didn't upload the video until.
Oh, shit.
I didn't upload the video until the but I made 15 sales. I paid $16.59 for the item. And in 10 days, I made $5.30.
Nice.
Okay, so you're gonna break even in
you're on
what, 2 months?
No, 1 month.
1 month.
No, what, 30 days. Yep.
Yeah, 30 days. So it'll break even in the 30 days.
What was it?
Wiper blades.
Oh, that's what I did.
We're in that. That's what you got. How many wiper blades you sell, Scotty?
5.
5.
But I only
That's
made
it?
3. I only made 375.
Ah, did you get yours up in time, or did you slack too?
No, I got them up pretty early.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I bought
did
a
15. I'm averaging 1.5 a day, and obviously our data is 2 days off. So
Yeah.
from that upload, I'm off. So
I mean, I didn't get them up right now. Yeah, I got them up probably. I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, oh, that's cool, Jason. What kind of wiper blades? Huh? Pro X?
Now, like
what brand are you?
Jamar,
You look like a
there was
Rain-X guy.
Like Jamar, there was lots of variation. So I had to go through because each different size had a different commission.
Yeah.
I guess also some of the prices were different for like a 22-inch versus a 24-inch or whatever.
I didn't even notice that. I just found the one thing there. I might do that later. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Who cares? I needed wiper blades for my car too. That's the thing too. I didn't like go out and look for a product. I needed wiper blades, and
that's exactly what I did. I needed a blade. I was like, all right, let's figure out which one and see if we can break even in about a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's usually my goal when I'm looking at products, is to try and break even in a month.
Okay. I'm on a similar path. I bought a trunk organizer purely because it was on the bestseller list and there was like thousands selling a month. I sold 21 of them in a month. I spent,
Nice.
I think $30. I've made 17 back in commissions so far. So like, I'm going to break even, but I thought I was going to crush everybody. It didn't really pan out. How'd you do, Jamar?
So I tried to be a little strategic. So I actually took a full week I spent a couple days researching, and then I was like, well, what are people going to buy? Like, I wanted to look at the Jungle Scout and see an increase in buys for a very specific product. So I thought to myself, okay, in the spring, everybody wants their cars to look nice, right? The weather's nice. They go, they want to take it out on a Friday night, be all polished up. So I got it's called a car wash foam gun. It's actually something that I've been wanting to get that I don't have. So I got a car wash foam gun. It came with a microfiber wash mitt and like other accessories. So it's kind of like a bundle deal. So I'm like, oh, this is a great steal. It was $37. So I'm like, it's pretty low ticket. However, I saw the spike starting in February, March, because it's going into spring. People want clean cars. So I actually didn't get the video up for the videos probably had about 18 to 20 days of soak time. And I've sold 18 of them for $14.62.
Sweet.
So I think I'm gonna break even. I think it's gonna take me about 40 days, 50 days to break even, but we're going into the spring. I think tons of people are going to be, and the chart actually continues to go up over the next 2 months. So I think it's going to start, instead of the 18 over 20 days, which is basically roughly 1 per day. I think we could get it to like 2 or 3 per day.
I kind of had that same thought of you where there's that increase. So as we're getting out of a winter time, usually people, at least on the East Coast or North, your wiper blades get trashed in the winter.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in the springtime replace them. So I was like, all right, this might be the thing.
Yeah, I may or may not have bought 4 sets of mower blades for my lawnmower. I'm trying to play on the seasonality here. I got blades for the foreseeable future. All right.
What Regan did?
I think you won. Based on the trash you were talking on our chat, I'm pretty sure that you won this. How'd you do?
I definitely won this.
Yes.
Indeed did. I spent $20 on my product. I was a couple days late because I ordered it when I was in California. I filmed it in a parking garage, shot 2 videos, sold 140, made $57.79.
Woo!
And
that's it.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
18 days.
Yes.
That's awesome. So I remember you were like, guys, I'm traveling. I'm ordering this. Amazon delivered this to your hotel lobby, correct?
Yeah, it makes for great content, right? Like, I don't know if you saw the TikTok post I made the other day. I waited till I left the hotel because you can clearly see the address on the package. But the picture I posted then when I put the, they said, try this Amazon influencer thing. And it was that picture in the courtyard with the address on it. Me holding the product itself in the package on my way up to go open it. I filmed it the next day after I got back from the office.
And what is this product?
It is a car mount for your phone.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
It's like crap load of those things.
Yeah. What was it? 140 sales? Is that what it was?
What?
Was it 140 sales?
Yeah, 140.
That's crazy.
That's awesome. I love that.
All right.
It makes
so you won this one.
Pop. It's gold.
So for all those people that think you've got to have those high ticket, you don't need to. Just get a bunch of this shit. Just
it's the boring shit that makes the money.
Jeez. So
but even breaking even in 45 days and where it's profit from the rest of the year, to me, that is mind blowing.
It's gold. And now do that 400 times.
You're shopping for money. If you can just get into the habit of recording your life, essentially you can go get approved to be a retail influencer, if you will, and get paid to shop for the things you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not freaking mind blowing once you learn the skills to do it.
That light bulb hit me last August when I was starting to buy stuff and I was like, oh, I need this. Oh, this could break even in like 30 or 45 days. And then it's all like, I'm actually making money on what I bought. When that light bulb went off last summer, I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I might do. I'm toying with the idea. I've got to get I gotta get past some stuff first, but I might buy a project car and build it with exclusively Amazon parts. We'll see. That might make really good YouTube content.
Oh, that's gonna be great YouTube content. The whole thing, a car built by Amazon. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be something that needs stuff
paid for by Amazon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this shit box right here with all the mods on it.
Yeah, and all of those parts are right. They're on Amazon, so you can put the links in the description, right? Or you can have the affiliate links for everything you use. It's genius.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and I'm not just talking about like stick-on car mounts and like bug deflectors and stuff. They sell like mufflers, they sell starters, they sell like every single like Amazon. I don't think people notice Amazon has an entire like parts catalog.
I just bought a set of 4 tires and had them mounted through Amazon for my car and did a review for tires.
Yeah.
I thought of you, Jason, because I got tires just before this deal. Right before that, Jason said he got those on Amazon. I found a better deal, but I was thinking about doing that too. You can find anything there.
So I got an Amazon return pallet. And at the bottom of the Amazon return pallet was a Subaru Forester CV axle. Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with a Subaru Forester CV? I did a little bit of a chat GPT, had it doctor up, a nice description of, how you would use the CV. I filmed the video. Dude, that thing sells. I sell like one every other day. And that thing pulls me easily like $4 to $5 every other day. CV axles selling. 4 Subaru Foresters. Who knew?
Yeah.
Someone clip that content.
Absolutely. Now, if you don't want to, don't sell BMW blinkers. Video. Oh, you're the only video. 100% you're the only video.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am the only video on there.
Yeah. You're going to be for a long time.
There's volume. I went to Jungle Scout. There's volume. They're selling like 50 of these things a day. I'm like, dude, I'm making money hand over fist on this thing.
Awesome. Yeah, I've got a lot of random old Jeep Cherokee parts in my garage. I got to see if they're available there. That's a box that's in the back of the garage. I'm like, I don't have time to get to that one. Hold up. Yeah. Oh, I see a comment. Talk about GPT-4 just launched the past couple of days ago. I have not
just
had a chance
upgraded.
to use it. Oh, you did?
I upgraded. Yeah. I was like,
All right,
you know, yeah, $20. Who cares? You saved me 150. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So speaking of that, Chat GPT is now making its way mainstream because my in-laws mentioned it at lunch today. My in-laws, who have not done a lick of digital marketing, they saw it on Good Morning America.
South Park did an episode. South Park did an episode.
Did they
You know
on Chat GPT?
Yes, on Chat GPT. That's how I have to look. My kid sent it to me because I talk to Dagny about it all the time, and she's like, "Did you see South?" I'm like, "No, I don't watch South Park." But it's I think
love
it's
that your kids are South Park age.
Cartman and somebody else were like dating, and their texts to each other they would put through Chat GPT first and then respond. I don't know. I gotta watch the episode.
That'd be an awesome clip.
Yeah.
That's spectacular. All right, are we ready to pick a new category of stuff? Okay, so our eagle-eyed viewers will notice that not safe for work items are removed from the wheel. The reason being, not that we weren't going to do it, we weren't going to risk that, but I had somebody I was working with on Amazon Influencer who wanted to go really big into that niche, and apparently they're all excluded items. You cannot upload videos unless it's lubricant. They may or may not have ordered a couple of things, made the video, went to post them, couldn't post them, so they had to return a bunch of stuff. So that's off.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting that in a return pallet? I got dicked.
Yeah. So that's no longer there. So right now we've got collectibles, kitchen items, yard equipment, software, freelance. What are freelance services? We don't know. Freelance services if we go on like Fiverr and stuff. I was trying to remember what we put when we did this. Outdoors, tools, furniture, cosmetics.
Let's get rid of freelance services. That's dumb.
You don't want to see who can make the most on Fiverr doing videos?
No, I do not.
No.
All right, fine. We'll remove that. That's fine. Done. I don't need a majority on that one. I really wasn't into it, but I'm like, that'd be kind of cool for content and be cool for the show. But yeah, we're done. I don't want to create a Fiverr profile.
No.
All right.
Yeah. Lazy marketing 101.
Yeah.
Leverage. Highly. We only do highly leveraged activities here. That's what we're doing. All right.
Yeah, yard equipment would be awesome. I just knocked out like 4 or 5 yard equipment last weekend.
Dude, I've got a ton of yard equipment. I don't want. Oh well, what's going around? What do we got?
You got to buy it from here.
Oh, dang.
Oh, damn.
Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Stay tuned for next week.
Yes.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, like
Awesome.
how as a dude are you gonna try to convince somebody to buy some makeup?
Well, I think the biggest problem too is, at least with the platform that we're leveraging, is most of them do not have placements where we would want placements. So in order to leverage it the best possible, it's going to be trying to make a what do they call it? Inspire.
All right. I mean,
wait, why?
I don't know how the hell I'm going to inspire anybody with cosmetics.
Yeah.
I mean, there are men's cosmetics, guys. They're just think outside the box. Like
I've got
back to for next week's or next podcast, and we'll talk about maybe what our strategy was in deciding to pick.
Okay. I'm in. I don't care. Whatever.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
The tagline of our show is pure marketing mayhem. I mean, this is kind of in that category.
This is totally in that category. Would like a cosmetics bag, would that be, or does it have to be an actual product?
Just use
cosmetic
your
does
imagination.
pay 5%.
I mean, I
like
think
use
as
your
long as it falls
imagination.
under cosmetics, right? Like their
If it
category.
falls under cosmetics,
Yeah.
don't complicate it. Like you may find something that you're like, oh, that men's cologne.
Shampoo? Does shampoo count?
Dracar.
Just go look into the cosmetics.
Yeah, it's cosmetic. It helps me, makes. I want my hair to be silky smooth. Come on, guys.
Yeah. What about Keeps? Is Keeps cosmetic? Keeps on Amazon?
I'm out here just quoting Don't Mess with the Zohan, huh? Just trying to be silky smooth.
Yeah, it would be silky smooth. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna kind of broaden it, not to just like makeup. Let's kind of go to like anything that goes to your appearance. All right, I'm gonna order a bottle of Drakkar from 1990s. Who said that? That's Scotty. Yes. Drakkar Noir. Okay.
Drakkar Noir. Yeah, that's right.
I remember saying it was like that black and red bottle.
I'm getting a headache right now thinking of it. Oh.
Dude, I remember there was like a promotional bottle. I was like 7th or 8th grade. They gave it away as like, because it was like, I think this was health class, right? They were like trying to like plug it because like kids start to smell when they're like 12 and 13. And they gave it a bunch of dudes, and then like everyone just absolutely overused it. And like you said, Scott, I got a headache thinking about it.
Yes.
Okay, listen, let's make the category beauty and personal care. Because if you go into Amazon, there's an actual whole category, and that's got men's and women's.
Okay. Beauty and personal care. If I already bought an item but haven't made a video yet, does that count?
No,
we
already said we got to buy the product.
Ship a new one.
All right.
I literally just bought a bunch of shit.
What'd you say, Thad?
I said I literally just bought a bunch of shit like beard wash and conditioner and shit like that. Like that would definitely fall into that category.
Yeah.
Yep.
So buy some more. You're gonna run out of
I bought enough to last a while. It's not like I use a lot of it.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be what did we say it was? What was it, Regan? What was the category?
Beauty and personal care.
Beauty and personal care. All right. That is our next category. We got to buy something. We'll see. Tune in 2 weeks to see the mid-season update, if we remember, but definitely in a month from now when we actually have our sales data.
Nice.
And if you're on YouTube, Twitch, whatever, do all the subscribing, hit the button, hit the bells. I think we got some people on Twitch tonight, which I like. I think we're rapidly approaching Twitch affiliate status. We just got to go on more often. If we went on more often, would you guys want to do that? Like, I don't know. It's a lot of time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of time.
I mean, I'm free Mondays and Fridays.
It's true. we could just hang out and play video games.
Yeah.
With Cheeto fingers.
Cheeto fingers. Dude, I used that the other day. Someone was talking. I forget who it was, but someone was completely overthinking something. I just said Cheeto fingers. They're like, what? I was like, somebody I work with. He's like, you're not trying to just go for the person with Cheeto fingers who's mindlessly watching. I was like, that is your targeted audience.
Tell me Amazon doesn't already know me.
Yeah.
That is going to be. So wait, are you going to use like grapes or cherries or something and show how to apply it?
Let's go.
This is gonna be fun.
Hey, that's gonna be a clip. That's gonna be a viral clip for sure. What do we got? Oh, all right. I think we're good, guys. I think this was a decent show. We're good at an hour. Anyone wants left to add? I don't know. Let me find this thing. Guys, we really need an outro. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this episode, please leave us a review, or better yet, take a screenshot on your phone, post it to social media, and tag us, Digital Marketing Misfits, or just use the hashtag Digital Marketing Misfits. And for extra bonus content you can't get anywhere else, go to digitalmarketingmisfits.com.